and welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you're already part of the Sprinkle Squad. I'm so happy to see you again, and this is rather exciting because we just passed the 3-year anniversary of my channel and thus the creation of the Sprinkle Squad. So on January 24th, that was my 3rd year anniversary of making videos, and honestly, I kind of forgot about it. I opened my YouTube creator app on my phone and it was like, happy 3-year anniversary, and I was like, oh my goodness, I totally forgot. So for those of you who have, well, honestly, thank you to everybody who's been around, but especially those of you who have been around since the beginning. And if you are still around, let me know in the comments because, oh my goodness, I feel like hopefully my videos and content have gotten better. I think back to when I first started, I didn't know how to take screenshots. I honestly had no idea what I was doing. I didn't know what to talk about in my voiceovers. And honestly, I still don't know what to talk about in my voiceovers. I guess I just talk more now, I feel like. But I don't know, it's just it's kind of fun looking back at how I started all of this, and just because, I don't know, I decided, hey, this would be kind of fun. And this is actually just a small family apartment, and this is already up on the Sims 4 gallery under my ID, Spice and Sprinkles, all one word, all lowercase, and down in the description if you want to see it written out. Also, apologies, I think it's been close to a week since I've uploaded. I try to do twice a week, but honestly, I haven't been feeling great for the past week or two. My allergies have been bothering me a whole lot. I don't know what is going on. It is winter. Nothing should be alive outside, but I'm allergic to just about everything outside. So I guess there is something out there that is bothering me. So it's just been a little bit of a long week, but I'm feeling a little bit better today. So hopefully I also sound a little better. I feel like in some of my recent voiceovers, you can kind of tell my voice was not doing so great just because of all of my allergies, but rest assured, I'm fine. I just have a lot of allergy issues. But I was so excited about this apartment. Honestly, I was really inspired by the kitchen. I don't know why, but this green and orangey color scheme was just, I don't know, I was just really excited about it. I thought it looked really cute. And also in the meantime, since I haven't posted, I've made 5 builds. So if you see a bunch of builds just show up on the gallery, if you follow me on the gallery, that's why. I also, hopefully, I'm finally going to update my game. I feel like I've been holding off, but I know we've got a lot of stuff going on. And I know that today they actually released, I believe, a patch that is supposed to fix the missing clutter items, which if you didn't know, apparently a bunch of clutter items went missing in the game. You could find them, I think, but only if you knew their exact name. They wouldn't come up in the packs they were supposed to be in and that kind of thing, or in the clutter category. So that should be fixed today if that's something you noticed. Hopefully, fingers crossed, it really is fixed. Which for me, I clutter so much, it's a huge deal if I am missing some, clutter items. And for this build, I really just tried to make it just this cute, cozy family space. I envisioned it being maybe 2 parents and 2 children aged, just because they're kind of sharing a room, and just thinking about the stuff that I put in the build. I do have a small play area space for them in that living room area. When I went to go build this, I was like, I made the living room kind of big, but actually putting a cute little play area off to the side worked out really well. And I kind of liked the idea of having this round table kind of scooted up against the window, and I envisioned over in that corner with all of that storage, maybe that's where the kids do homework, so there's just kind of stuff everywhere, but still in an organized way, but that there are young kids here. And I thought that just turned out to be really cute. I tried to use these corner benches because I thought that would be adorable for a kids area, but none of them really worked out in terms of their colors and everything. It just didn't quite fit, although I think it would have been super cute. And I will say that I added a couple of windows in here. So this is actually an Evergreen Harbor. In case you didn't recognize this apartment, I feel like I don't build here super often, but I do not believe I had any kind of neighborhood action plans to change the way this looked. So in case you didn't know, in the Eco Lifestyle pack, you can do neighborhood action plans that will modernize and clean up the area, and that will actually change the way these apartments look in terms of the doors and windows. I believe this is just kind of the initial, the way it comes kind of thing, and we had that update, gosh, I can't even remember how long ago it was now, that allowed you to delete and replace windows in apartments. And that is true with these, except the ones on the front. So those front couple of windows, the game would not let me get rid of those. So those stayed, but I did add these tall greenhouse haven windows here, and I thought they looked so pretty. And I add those, and I also add in some of the ones that are like the ones on the front kind of in the rest of the apartment, just to kind of keep it cohesive. And it was actually funny when, so this is, I was building it and then I went to go take screenshots and I went into live mode to do that. And for some reason, automatically one of the neighborhood action plans went into place or something, and it changed all of my windows. So before I could take screenshots, I actually had to go in and change all of the windows back to the way they needed to be. But I thought that was kind of funny. I just kind of like went in and all of a sudden all the windows were changed. And they used like the more modern looking eco lifestyle windows that we got with the pack, and they have like a darker, warmer wood tone as well. I don't think they're white anymore, but I just kind of decided to leave it. Like I said, I'm pretty sure that's the original one you get kind of just in the pack. And that way, hopefully you can put it in place and it not cause you any issues. So that is my goal. And I like to mention it, but if you have not downloaded an apartment, this is actually posted under rooms. And I do it to where like a few of the walls are missing. So the whole unit is one room according to the gallery. So you'll just have to add back some of those walls, and I usually try to do them like right around the door frames, so they should be easy to find, and then you can just copy and paste the wallpaper or paint that I have. Or of course you can change it. If you don't like it, you can of course change it. But I tried to just make this a really cozy area for your Sims to hang out in. And I had a little bit of trouble, honestly, in this living room space, trying to figure out what to do with that wall, because it just felt a little bit plain. And I think adding those like wooden pieces there helped a whole lot, just give that wall a little something extra, because it just felt a little empty. And I think it's funny because like I feel like normal houses, I don't want to say normal houses, I guess I see more houses that don't have that kind of stuff. Like you do have empty space and you do like not all the walls are covered. But for some reason, like even in my house, they're not. But for some reason in The Sims, I feel like that's necessary. I feel like there needs to be stuff places, like everybody says, yep, you just got to put a plant there. Like basically that's, I feel like I have to. But in this one, I wanted it to feel a little more cluttered, if that makes sense. Again, just because there's kids here, it is supposed to be kind of a smaller space. I honestly, when I started building, I thought it was going to be smaller than it is, if that makes sense. Like I started doing it and I was like, oh, there's actually a lot of room in this apartment. Because I never build here, so I kind of forgot. And there is a matching one right next to it, actually. So, and this is the Stonestreet apartments. Technically, this is number 3. So if you download it, and I try to include that in like the hashtags for my builds as well, so that, because this is like a specific size for this apartment. But of course, you can also download this and just make it into a house. So you could place this on a lot and then add a roof and then just like put some exterior paint on it and stuff. And then you'd have a house as well. So you don't strictly have to use this as, an apartment, which I think would be honestly really cute too. I would probably add maybe a few bump outs or something, since it basically is just a rectangle, but it makes sense as an apartment just to be a rectangle. And I did end up adding in laundry stuff here. So if you do not want to play with laundry, you can of course delete that out, but I don't know, I just thought it'd be cute in like a family apartment, and putting like a little clothes clutter in there and everything, and then adding in a hamper, which originally I wasn't going to, and then I was like, you know what, there's plenty of room in this bathroom. I do want to add in like some laundry in here, and I just think it turned out really cute. And I actually ended up like, so the whole apartment is like this really nice like calm green and like orangey aesthetic. But I do the same thing in the parents' bedroom, but in the kids' bedroom, it's like bright pink and like super fun. I don't even remember why I ended up doing that. I think it may have been the beds. And since I ended up using bunk beds in the kids' rooms. And when I do that, I try to make the two beds so that they look like they kind of match, but that they are different. Like, you know, each kid maybe picked out their own bedding kind of thing, but that it still kind of looks cohesive. Although I feel like realistically, if you did have like two kids sharing a room, they might have very drastically different ideas of what they wanted to have on their beds. But just for aesthetic purposes, I leave it a little like matching, if that makes sense. And then just adding in, I honestly love this rug. It is so beautiful. And just adding a little bit of paneling. I almost went a little more muted in terms of coloration in the bedroom, like for the parents, just because I don't know, it felt like it'd be a little more calming for them. Like, this is their space. I feel like this is a little less cluttered maybe than the rest of the apartment, since maybe this is just where they go like to rest and relax. And I don't even know, right? Like, if you have like two kids running around, whether you really even have time for that. Like, I do not have any children. However, yeah, I don't know if it would be super realistic, but I do end up putting in a vanity here, which I thought was super cute. I don't use them very often, just because a lot of times I feel like I don't have space for them. And like, your Sims can do some stuff with them, but it just feels like it's not necessary to have in a build. But I just thought it would be really cute here. And then adding in, I believe that's a My Wedding Stories chair, I believe. And I just think it's so pretty with a little tie on it and everything. It just is like a little touch of like soft elegance, and I thought it looked really cute in here. And then I did add in, you can see kind of that, like, I don't know, the baby basket that came as a clutter item. And I know that the kids are not like infants or babies anymore, but I like to think that maybe that's like, it stuck around, you know, it's something they had, and, you know, the parents kind of keep as a keepsake in their bedroom. And of course, adding those throw pillows, because I've been doing that so much lately. I feel like all of my builds require them, and I like all of the sudden, but I think it just adds a little something extra, which in real life, I do love blankets and pillows. I do have a lot of them. I'm the person that has all the throw pillows, the blankets. I have, like, for different seasons, I have different blankets and pillows. Like right now I have Valentine's Day pillows and a blanket on my couch downstairs. Like, it is, I can't help it. And of course, like, if you followed me on Twitch or anything, I've talked about this before too. I'm a huge like Christmas person, so I have like all of the pillows, the blankets. I mean, it's a lot. It honestly is a lot, but I love them so much. Like, so let me know, like, are you a throw pillow person or not? Because I feel like people either really love them or really hate them. Like, I feel like they're just like, they're unnecessary. I don't need the extra stuff, but like, I don't know, I like them. Like, I literally just bought another one for my bedroom, but it was for the bench at the end of my bed, which I didn't have a pillow on. So I think that's totally fair to add a pillow in there. And I just saw it and fell in love with it. So I had to, you know, bring it home. And this is, like I said, when I went to go do the twins, I say they're not necessarily twins, but potentially twins, but the two kids, like I said, I wanted them to kind of match, but not to be identical. So I thought this worked out really nicely, pulling in that pink and yellow there. And I'm trying to remember, I think Eco Lifestyle is the bed on the bottom, and the one on the top, I think that's a Dream Home Decorator. So like the bunk bed part is Dream Home Decorator, I believe. And then that bottom bunk is from Eco Lifestyle. And just adding, you know, trying to figure out how to pull this space together and make it make sense and still just kind of look really cute, like for two kids that are living in here. I did make space for two desks for them and two dressers and of course a mirror, and just like, I tried to really put a bunch of clutter here because I don't know, I feel like that's realistic, like for kids to have just a bunch of stuff all over the place, to be honest, like just everywhere. And I did use the smaller desks that I think came with Parenthood. I believe those are from Parenthood, just because they're a little bit slimmer, so they fit better. I feel like the desks sometimes, just like the nightstands, are huge in this game. So I tried to use like that slightly smaller one, and then just having the cat lamp in the corner along with the cat chairs, I just thought looked so cute. And that little like cookie rug, and like, I don't know, I tried to use everything adorable that I could when I was decorating this room. And then putting a bunch of clutter there on their dressers, like, I don't know if they like makeup or whatever, jewelry, just clutter, just all of the things, which I think, I'm wondering, I can't remember if some of those items are the ones that kind of went missing recently. And like I said, hopefully the patch took care of that, which I'll be doing that today. So fingers crossed I don't like you know, my game doesn't explode and I don't lose lose clutter items. But like I said, this should be up on the gallery along with the other builds that I've been working on recently, since I haven't been able to upload them to the gallery because I wasn't online, just kind of waiting for mods to be fixed and make sure the game wasn't going to do something weird when it doesn't update, because I feel like every time the game updates, something always breaks. So I just kind of wanted to go ahead and like give it time to like be fixed if it needed to. But if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. And I hope you have a really sweet day. Bye, everybody.